Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are tired of spending hours looking for that one specific tool, paper pad, or ephemera bit, you're in the right place. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on my top 5 storage secrets that completely changed the way I work. We aren't just talking about making things look pretty for social media. We're talking about deep functional organization that actually lasts. Stick around to the end because I'm also sharing a game-changing bonus tip about workflow evolution, along with 4 major organizational pitfalls that might be keeping your Krafter messy right now. Let's dive in. My first secret sounds simple, but it's the foundation of everything. Store like items together. When you have items scattered across 3 different rooms or in 4 different hidey holes, you lose track of inventory. You end up buying duplicates because you forgot that you already had 4 rolls of double-sided tape hidden away. When you categorize, group items by their core function. All adhesives are in one designated spot. All cutting tools live in another. This does 2 powerful things. It instantly tells you where to go look for something, and it also shows you exactly where to put the item back when you're done using it. Secret number 2 is a total lifesaver for visual people. Opt for clear storage. Opaque bins and solid boxes are where craft supplies go to die. Out of sight truly means out of mind. The moment you hide materials behind solid walls, your brain forgets they exist. Clear bins, transparent drawers, and see-through pouches keep your inventory visible at a glance. You don't have to break your physical momentum during a creative project to go and look through 6 different drawers for that one item you're looking for. Clear storage acts like a living menu of your creative options. It keeps your supplies visible, accessible, and actively used. Secret number 3 bridges the gap between clear storage and total efficiency. It's labeling your containers. Now you might ask, if it's a clear container, do I really need to label it? Clear plastic containers do show you what's in there, but when you add a label, it gives your brain a text cue of what's in there. More importantly, labels aren't for when you're just looking for something. They're an instruction manual for when you're cleaning up and putting things away. For example, when you're tired after a really long but fun creative session, a label removes that mental effort of cleanup. It tells you exactly where the item belongs. It also prevents mystery bins from forming, where random items slowly accumulate in a bin because it's not clearly defined. My 4th secret comes down to the holy grail of organizational furniture. It's the IKEA Alex drawers and the IKEA Kallax storage units. There is a reason that you see these in so many creative studios worldwide. The Alex drawers feature wide, shallow drawers, so things don't have a tendency to get piled up upon and then lost in the bottom of the drawer. I love to use them to put my ink pads in there so I can see them all at a glance, as well as my wooden stamps, for example. You're maximizing your vertical footprint without sacrificing visibility. Meanwhile, the Kallax units offer deep modular cubes. They are incredibly versatile. You can leave them open for books, 12 by 12 paper pads. I have mine in my closet so I can close up my closet doors. You can also put clear acrylic bins inside the drawers. And IKEA also has a variety of inserts that you can put into the different cubes for different storage solutions. I like to use mine for my 12 by 12 paper pads. I store a lot of my projects that are in work, different collections that I have. Together, these 2 furniture pieces handle everything from tiny embellishments to really heavy, massive gear. My 5th and final secret is the holy grail for paper crafters, card makers, scrapbookers, and artists, and that is the 12 by 12 and smaller clear plastic storage envelopes. Large format papers, vinyl, ephemera, stickers, pretty much anything you want that could easily get bent or dusty just sitting on a shelf. If you put them in these envelopes, it will keep them protected and keep them from getting bent and dusty. And because they're so sturdy, you can store them vertically on your Calyx storage unit, for example. I like to use them to store different project collections that I have going on, especially if I have a theme for a particular Patreon mail club. I will put all of the papers and the fabric and stickers, embellishments. I'll put them all in a envelope together, so I have them all at the ready on my shelf. And having them stored vertically on the shelf, I can easily flip through them and look for the particular envelope that I want to work on that particular day. Because they are flat and sturdy, you can store them vertically in the Calyx cubes like books or the 12 by 12 paper pads, and then you can flip through them very easily and you can see what's inside of them to easily find what you're looking for. Now for your bonus secret, and this might be the most vital point of this entire video. Reorganize your space as you learn how to work. One of the big things I learned is that organization is not a one-time event. It's an evolving process. Never be afraid to dismantle a current system and try something different if your current setup feels frustrating. If you notice you are constantly leaving a tool out on your desk instead of putting it away, that is a sign. It means that current drawer or storage system isn't working for your natural flow. Listen to those friction points. Move the tool closer to your seat. Swap the bin out. One thing I did recently is I had my container of scissors and my container of pens and bone folders on the right side of my desk, but I am left-handed. So I have now moved those over to the left side of my desk so I can reach them more naturally with my left hand, and I am more easily prone to put them back after I use them, because then I just have to reach and grab them next time. Your storage space needs to serve your unique real-life habits and not a rigid ideal of perfection. Now, before you rush off to organize your workspace, let's talk about some common pitfalls for you to avoid so you do not waste time and or money. Pitfall number 1, thinking all your storage has to match and look all beautiful together. Your containers do not need to look identical. Mixing and matching different styles based on what actually fits your tools is far better than forcing everything into a uniform set of boxes. Pitfall number 2, focusing on looks over function. A trendy opaque ceramic jar might look stunning on your shelf, but if it makes the items in that jar difficult to reach or you forget about them, then it's just going to create clutter on your desktop. Function always wins. Pitfall number 3, feeling like you have to save everything. I have fallen into this trap. True organization, it requires boundaries. If a supply is dried up or broken, you think you might get around to fixing it one day. You won't. Just throw it away. If you have something that you haven't touched in 3 years, it's probably time to let it go. Send it up to an op shop or maybe do a swap with some friends. Don't waste valuable storage real estate on guilt. Letting that item go actually will open your creative mind because you will have less clutter in your room. Pitfall number 4, and this is a tricky one, running out to buy the latest trend. Stop buying storage bins just because some creator showed them online. Instead, keep a running wish list. Write down the item, where you saw it, and what you were thinking you were going to use it for, and then wait a few weeks and see if that's something is it keep popping in your head about, oh, that would really work well. Then you can buy it, but only after a few weeks of thinking about it. Creating a space that inspires you is all about trial and error. Try these 5 secrets, avoid those 4 pitfalls, and allow your space to grow along with your creativity. If you found these tips helpful, then please hit the like button, hype this video, subscribe to my channel. I have so many fun videos. And then leave a comment down below. What is your favorite storage secret, and which one of mine will you maybe try out first? Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.